Namaste and welcome back to another episode of HexAsians with me, your friend Dheeraj. Uh, there are no viewers as of now, so I'm going to kill some time. So those watching on replay, please let me know in comments what you guys are drinking. Uh, Today, tonight, I am drinking some fruit cocktail from Pran. Um, Again, it is labeled as a fruit drink, not fruit juice. So it contains artificial flavor and coloring, but I really don't mind. If you ask me how it tastes like what you call Four Seasons. So basically, like guava, mainly like guava, which I kind of like. And of course, you know the drill. Like, if you are watching on replay, please turn the speed to 2x. Um, yes, I there were a couple of things I would have wanted to discuss, but let me try and stall till I get at least one viewer other than me. I don't know. People might be angry, but hey, I chose the title deliberately because that is how I feel. My God, like I don't know. People notice this, but yeah, there is a lot of. Oh, at least I have Emma joining me, so at least I feel I am not speaking to myself on the camera, but. Right now, for a change, the weather in the Philippines is quite nice. The even though there is a storm brewing, I think it is called the Typhoon Francisco, which is kind of like, yeah, this is July till September. Like, there is typhoon season, so quite normal. We did have some rain, but that has kind of given me relief from all the heat that was going on, which also like, and that is the real reason for the title. Like, do you know there? I think I mentioned this on the previous stream. Like, yeah, there was a heat wave going on in the Philippines as well as in India a couple of months ago, mainly in May and late April. But media just like shove it up. Yeah, it's a tropical country, climate change, just it is what it is. We should do something about that. But now, when the heat wave is there in the UK, it's like, oh my God, like there is so much copium, like, or what you call. Oh, in India, we call it RR or uh, Randirona, which is basically a sob story, like why you should feel bad for the UK. It is the Britain is surrounded by water, so the air is extra humid. The Philippines is an island, smaller than the UK. How imagine how much more humid the air is here, especially in Manila. Then this one I just heard the latest one. You see that in the tropics, the at high noon the sun is like almost completely over your head. So the surface area that the sun hits is smaller. Whereas in the UK, sun hits you at an angle, so your whole body is hit, and that is why you feel more warmer. I'm like, oh my God, how much they will they crib? Like, don't you wear clothes to protect you from the sun? Like, does it really make that much of a difference that 10% versus 20%? Like crying. But the thing is, yeah, that's the truth about global media. Every time white people are slightly inconvenienced, hear a lot more on social media than those of darker skin color are inconvenienced or suffering. Like, do you know, like, I think like it's a tragedy is a tragedy. Like, yeah, I'm not going to compare the number of deaths in India due to the heat wave versus that in uh, Europe, but still, like, when it happened in India, nobody cared. Now I don't care about what is happening in the UK. Rather, I am enjoying it. Especially, did you see the guy, France, a bus driver, like had a heat stroke and bus the bus crashed. But nobody was seriously injured. So I'm like, oh, why I was laughing at. That's my guy. Like, so maybe. Anyways, that is also another thing. Like how media is biased. Uh, the other thing I found, like the other thing going around, like, oh, Europeans discover food in America, the extra large portions. I kind of feel like it has been promoted by the American tourism group or tourism industry. Like, most of those reaction videos felt fake, but that's how all social media feels these days. But yeah, like, I saw a weird video, like one couple ordered like 7 pizzas at restaurant and they got like full, like, oof, e- e- each of their kid got almost like what was that, an 18-inch pizza. Like, don't you like read the menu or at least ask the server how much is the serving size? You know, I had a similar experience once when I was in China. Like, I I ordered looking at the menu. It was a bowl of of soups, fish soup. So I ordered, and they didn't even like ask me twice. Like, do you want to? Are you sure you want to buy this? It's going to be too big. But they just came up with a family family bowl of soup. And but I almost finished it. Like, I left the gravy part out, but I finished all the fish inside, and it was amazing. Mm, I remember those days. I am talking nonsense, but yeah, I am kind of going to. There is nothing really interesting going on in crypto as such to be talking about. I don't. Every time I bring up the charts, I kind of jinx it. So I'm not even don't even want to look at the Hex in charge. Yeah, I just opened. It's like down 2%, 3% better than nothing. But yeah, but the overall trend on the monthly is still positive. So let's see how things go after the month end is gone. I don't know there is anything. Let me see if I can find any news in the uh, StableX coin to begin trading tomorrow on Nasdaq with the under the symbol USDE. One more stable coin. Good for arbitrage. Uh, BitGo cuts 15% of staff. Framework Ventures raises 400 million for fourth fund as firm expands to beyond crypto. Framework Ventures. What is Framework Ventures? I thought I mistook it from for framework laptops, but it's a different story altogether. What else do we have? Strategy announces digital credit capital framework, USD reserve policy, STRC dividend policy, digital credit, and MSTR repurchase authorizations and BTC monetization program. Well, uh, you know, yeah, Michael Saylor, he's always in the limelight thanks to Bitcoin. Oh, I saw a post from who's that guy? Cardano guy, not Cardano, Ripple guy. He was complaining about how actually Michael Saylor has heard the crypto market more than he has. Like, I wanted to he shut up. Like he didn't sell. Well, he did sell some of his Bitcoin, but he has bought more than he sold. So overall, he has done more for the crypto market the than Ripple ever did. Like yeah, like crazy. Plus, it he has been like a catalyst for a lot of stuff. But anyways, hey, yeah, I have four viewers here. Can you please at least say hi in chat, like so I can know that I am audible and visible and everything is going on fine. Plus, I have already sent posted the link to join the stream if you want to. We can always have a VOV. You don't have to turn on your camera. Last week we had a very nice talk with uh, Jasul. That was fun. I assume Ahmed is doing his night shift and won't be able to join, but that's a different thing. Oh yeah, in other news, yeah, Mark Zuckerberg has announced he's going to build a prediction app in Facebook market, or rather in on Facebook, which you won't be allowed to use real currency. But hey, whatever, like if you buy the currency that is going to be used using real currency, then then it's all the same, right? So one more gambling place to be here. Uh, oh, Ahmed is field joining now. Right? Good to know. Good to know. And Jasol, yes, yeah, he's having some dandelion and mint tea. I haven't, I haven't found a dandelion. I heard it is not only good for you, it's like rich in calcium and some other trace minerals. And yes, it is supposed to be cheap, but I don't know. It's very hard to find here, or maybe I haven't looked hard enough. I will. I, but anyways, I prefer, what you want, normality. I think I found the word for it. It's called bullet tea, or yeah, it's like the it's actually like kind of considered low end quality, and that's why like the tea is converted into like small granules that look uh, it looks like gunpowder. So yeah, it is called gunpowder tea. But yeah, I think I developed a taste for it in India. So even though it is difficult to find here, so I haven't had any recently. So uh, again, I am rambling, but that's what I am supposed to do as a streamer, I suppose, because hey, I saw a couple of live streams, and it makes me happy that there are other streamers who get fewer viewers than me. That is the nature of things. But I have reached out to one of those guys. Like uh, he said he wanted to do a debate about some topics. Like topics wasn't decided. So I just made him like. I'm open for a debate. We can have a constructive thing. Let's see. If I am, I will let you guys know. What else is there? Hmm, yeah, I was talking about how media is biased. The other thing that has been popping up in my live stream or YouTube feed, the what's the Scottish people, soccer fans or football fans known as, is it the Tartar Army? Tartar and Scaling Army. But no, Tartan Army, I think it's called, like, and they are invading, like, just flooding the streets all over all over US cities wherever they are going. And but me, the media is like, oh, how cute, they are doing so many things. Oh, look at them all dressed up together in one color and dancing and shouting. But if I look at it, like, it's like they are causing havoc in the streets. Like, now imagine if it were fans from another country, from the south, that were doing a similar thing. Especially, like, you see, I think fans from all over the world are visiting. Brazilians fans are visiting. None of them are doing similar things, uh, or at least till that extent. But yeah, white people. Sorry for using a racist term, but yeah, white people, they get special privilege. Uh, man, but yeah. Again, so did you see, like, I haven't been following the football matches, but like so far, or like nothing really interesting. Everything looks mediocre. I'm now that we are, I think, in into the elimination phase, I assume. So I might watch a couple of Brazil matches. Let's see. I hear a lot about what's that Swedish guy, uh, Haaland, Haaland, or I don't know his full name, but yeah, he pops up a lot. Then, if you ask me, his face looks like he has Down syndrome or maybe some kind of other genetic anomaly, or maybe it's just that he's a product of Swedish inbreeding. I don't know, but damn, he looks ugly. Uh, and he's apparently he's really, he is a very good offense. What is offense striker? I keep forgetting the terms. He's a very good striker, but I don't think he will be able to carry Sweden to even the quarterfinal stage. A good thing. Anyways, what else do we have to talk about? Uh, yeah, nothing. Mark Zuckerberg directed Meta to uh, Congress sends anti-CBDC housing bill to Trump's desk for final approval. I hope son Trump disapproves it. CBOE launches prediction market suit with binary option contracts on S&P 500. Uh, Prediction market Kalshi in talks to raise funds with 40 billion evaluation. Uh, Crypto deal between Cantor SPAC special purpose whatever and Adam back DAT gets delayed. Yeah, nobody's right now. Crypto is not the in thing. The in thing is AI. And after the SpaceX IPO, like, oh my God, I, I wish I could have shorted SPCX, but like I predict it was kind of known, and I'm sure would are going to see a lot more, but it is. Oh, finally, Mr. Ahmed is joining.
Yes, hello, good evening, Diraj. How are you doing?
I am fine. I'm fine. Doing better.
Yeah,
How are things in Singapore?
it's okay. I think no, it's not a heat wave down here. The weather is just fine. Yeah, yeah. But otherwise, it's okay. I mean, yeah, I think a few days ago, I think I read in news Singapore had this so-called pink dot, what pink dot rally, for those LGBTQ XYZ whatever people out there. Yeah, and apparently they banned one of the person from entering because this person is quite infamous. Yeah, he was actually, he seek asylum in the US and was arrested down there, and the US sent him back here, and yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Well, here in the Philippines, we did have a Pride March this Sunday, that is yesterday. I didn't see it, but yeah, like in terms of like yeah, what do you call? Philippines is very like LGBTQ friendly, but in general, the Philippines is a very friendly nation and a very friendly people. So yeah, there was a um, rally or not. I think it was like a march or what do you call? Mara Not exactly a marathon, but uh, yeah, basically.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's great. Also, you know, speaking of like banning, have you heard about that guy called Johnny Somali? He
Oh
is
yes, yes, yes.
uh,
Isn't he arrested in
he,
Korea or something like that?
yes, he has been sentenced. He's currently, I think, already in jail, and he's crying a lot. But he hasn't like given up on his antics. He wants to show his fans like he's like strong and he's not changing, and he wants to create more drama. But my God, Korean authorities are not going to be very friendly with him. I think they have another like new cases piling up. But I don't look into the drama. But hey, it shows up on the YouTube feed anyways. So just I am kind of happy to see that Jer getting what he deserves. Hope he
Yes, yes,
suffers.
yes. Yeah, I mean, I do not know what's wrong with people these days. They are trying to gain clout and they try to gain clout and popularity by doing all this funny stuff and everything. And it's actually you're hurting people, disturbing people. And I won't blame the person doing it also. I would probably blame the people who are watching them, because the people who are watching them, they are edging them, give donations, give money, they are encouraging the behavior. Yeah, it's very very scary, because and some of the people who are donating or paying them or edge them to do this, they are I mean, you can't blame those people because they are anonymous and nobody knows who they are. It's very scary, actually. Yeah, quite scary. Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I sometimes feel like these guys are kind of funded by dark money or CIA or more exactly Mossad. Um, like
Oh, you
because
cannot.
hey,
You can say the CIA, but you can never say the Mossad. Once you say it, YouTube is gonna flag it, and they will trace where you are, and they will probably send someone to you.
look,
Uh,
I'm not going to be scared to say that because hey, this this channel is already demonetized, already flagged multiple times, so I don't really care. Uh, like, but yeah, like because whatever, like like I don't even. It's not that I don't like to donate to streamers. Like YouTube has its like regional policy, and Philippines comes under that. What is that called? FINRA rules. Like there are special sanctions against um, the Philippines, especially cross-border payments. So my like yeah, things are I have limited access to donations. Even though I did like I have donated a couple of times, but it's like why do it's like tipping, yes, it's a good thing to do when you like something like over and above the normal stuff. But hey, if you are just normal, like I usually don't. That's have you heard like there is this thing going on in the US
What
because
is it?
foreign tourists are not accustomed to tipping. Like the restaurants are like uh, or the servers are like yelling at customers that they should be tipping because they are. And the thing the the customers are also like yeah, ask the restaurant to pay you a proper wage. I'm not going to tip. So
I
now
think it,
the restaurants
yeah, yeah,
have started including the what would have been the tip into the bill directly,
yeah, yeah.
which should
I,
be the case, right?
it should be the case, yeah, because I'm not so sure why. Because in the US, I'm not so sure the labor system, everything is a bit weird. It's like, um, I think it's a case where if you like it, you work. If you don't like it, you can leave. You can always get somebody else. I think that's the mentality in the US. Yeah, people are trying very hard. So you work, your salary is like almost like minimum wage, and they say that if you do well, people will tip you, and so for people in Europe, to them it's like like, why must you do this? Because we don't have this in Europe. Yeah, all of us are working good jobs. Even we are working in a restaurant, serving, we are still being paid better than you. Yeah, like my sister-in-law, I think she's a nurse in US. She's on maternity leave, and she's not being paid at all. Yeah, because they are being paid by the hour. Yeah, I like different in my country where where if you're on maternity leave, you will still get paid. Yeah, paid maternity leave, because nursing union, work benefits, welfare, all this kind of thing. So in the US, that's why I was quite surprised that my sister-in-law not being paid. Yeah, this maybe she's being paid at least a base salary, but I have no idea. Yeah, or maybe she's being paid by the hour. Yeah, so
I,
actually,
they
yeah.
don't have paid
Mm,
maternity leave, like which
mm,
is and
mm.
there are people are compare like the dropping birth rates. Like yeah, you should. If like you aren't able to support yourself if you go on maternity leave, then how are you expecting people to be making babies? Which again, like I think I talked about this earlier.
I think we
This
talked about this before. Yeah, yeah, we do talk
yeah,
about
like
this. Yeah. Mm-mm.
yeah, it's not the same for everyone. The rich are like pumping out babies.
No, I don't think
Look
so.
at
I don't think so
yeah,
that the rich are
look at Elon Musk. Uh,
Elon
it,
Musk is Elon Musk is pumping babies with with different women because he can afford it. And if the woman, if he leave the woman, right, and if he needs to pay alimony, he can afford to pay alimony, because I mean he can afford it. Yeah, but whether he is raising his child responsibly or not is a different story. I mean, pumping babies and bringing up
like
responsible
yeah,
working people is a different story. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like there is like only the middle class care about how many kids they have. Like yeah, responsibility two or three. Yeah, both ends. Like the rich, like they can make as many babies as they want. Best
That you
example,
want, that you don't want.
even like be, like what is the founder of Telegram? He
Pavel,
has
something.
around Pavel Durov. He
Ah,
has around 100 kids, which he has fathered via sperm donation. Whereas, and on the other end, like poor people also like get don't really care about family planning, pump out babies, more people, more children. more hands to help around with the work. It,
True,
it's
true,
only
true. Yeah.
it's only the middle class that has to bear the burden.
Yes, yes. And the
Uh,
middle class is like we are being sandwiched by the upper class and the lower class, and like like for example, like when it comes to food, right? We know that health is important and good healthy food is important, but unfortunately good healthy food is so expensive right now that only the upper class can afford it, the rich, whereas for us middle class we can only afford like food that is unhealthy and everything. Yeah, I mean, don't talk about the lower class. The lower class will just eat whatever they can eat, but for us middle class, because we have to be conscious about our budget, our price, and everything. Yeah. Mm, yeah. So, yep. Yeah.
oh, yeah, like so. Most important thing, if you want to progress, you have to get out of the middle class mentality. Is what
Mm,
I'm going to preach. I am currently like trying to figure out the best to kind of uh, advertisement strategy. I am ki- I have been working on a book, like you know, um, every like guy in his late 30s or 40s wants to write his own philosophical book. So I'm
mhm,
kind of working on it. Uh, I have two working titles. Means, like temporarily, either I'm going to call it Dr. More's plan to heal the world, or which sounds a bit corny, but that's a good one. The other one I have thought about is Doctor in Flip Flops. It's a I find it to be a very clever play on words. Do you know the barefoot doctors? It's something that was introduced uh, early
mm,
2000s. Uh, I think it was initiated in China, but it became more pop. Like then the WHO supported it, like recommended it, and I think it became very popular. Like India implemented it while I was in med school, and it did a lot of wonder. Like, do you know barefoot doctors?
no, I do not know that. Yeah.
So that was a policy kind of because uh, targeting rural areas where there is lack of mm, not only medical facilities but medical professionals as well. So what they would do, what is done is they would target a community of well educated, well as in somewhat educated, at least mid school or high school level education, and who is like a community leader, and they would give them training on basic healthcare and stuff like vaccination. So because of that, huge burden was shifted from the main doctors, and it really helped with the polio vaccination, especially. And I would say the polio eradication that happened in India was kind of like the final stage. It was
Mm.
because of this. So, barefoot doctors. Now, I think I may not have covered all of the things, initiatives under that policy, but I think you get the thing. Like, so I I have I'm planning to call it Doctor in Flip Flops because yeah, like the barefoot doctors, I am expecting like more healthcare education given to public in general. Like
Mm,
like I don't know about this about Singapore, but I I don't like in India there is no like education regarding first aid, uh, like what especially even in school or even in like what you call college, like uh, with 10 plus 2, like we have a 10 plus 2, so it I think it's called junior college in India. I think it would be called still called high school or grade 11 and 12.
mm.
Basically, it's so there is no kind of uh, hands-on health education as such. Yeah, there is slightly topics are covered, but not really help, not really practical. Plus, like, or maybe like stu- students are not really that interested. Yeah, but yeah, some things need to be covered as such. Uh, Anyways, I went on a weird tangent. I don't know where we were.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's
Um,
fine. Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. That's a part of having an
Yes.
unscripted live stream.
Yeah.
We are not doing a scripted podcast.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. Anyway, what is it? What I mentioned? I think in the last week, I think there is a last week or last week there's a shooting in one of the Philippine cities,
yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, schools. Very, very unfortunate, I must say. Yeah.
mm, yeah. And like, there is still like a discussion going on. I think even just today in the Senate, there was someone demonizing video games for it,
Yes, yes, yes,
for
yeah, yeah,
and there at least there was one senator who like talked about like you shouldn't demonize video games for these kind of stuff. There is a lot of other stuff, you know.
true.
Hey,
I
by the
mean,
way, like if it was the case, why why aren't people using bow and arrow or swords, bringing swords and bows and arrows in school to perform a violent crime? That
yeah.
it's
I
kind of
think Yeah, I mean, I think that time my wife, because my wife is Filipino, she showed me a post that the list of games that they may want to ban. I saw games like Roblox. Then I was like, huh, Roblox, Minecraft, huh? Yeah. And of course, I want, of course, the list is Call of Duty. Yeah. I think that time my wife caught my son playing Roblox, and and my son's character avatar is holding a knife, running around trying to stab people and everything. And my wife was like so shocked that my son is doing something dangerous. I was like, you see, this thing is common. It's it's nothing at all. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you want to hear something much more dangerous and serious and extreme, you should go to the Call of Duty lobby, and listen to the
oh,
people talking down there. It's just filth. Yeah.
yeah, like I like I never got the what you call the attraction behind Call of Duty. I think I have played Call of Duty just once in a cyber cafe in I in 2003 or 4. After that, I never touched Call of Duty. I found the game very boring. Maybe like I don't know.
Mm.
So that's a different story. But the the Roblox ban is for a different issue. It's not for um, violence in Roblox. It's there. There have been already been reported cases of predators
Oh yes,
targeting
yeah.
children on
Yes.
in Roblox, and also like Roblox is has a very predatory monetization system, like where like chi- they are trying to basically farm child labor, and it's like a lot of weird stuff. So
Yes, yes.
so, even like Minecraft, it's slightly better, but still kind of weird. Uh, Anyways, the gaming industry is like a cesspool. We were talking about games, it last time, couple of weeks ago. It's mm, like the whole ecosystem is changing. The same. And oh, by the way, did you hear PS5 also like did it once again? They deleted uh, are going to delete movies that were bought and purchased by their users.
Oh, that's not
They are
nice
going
actually. That is
to,
definitely
so
not
that
nice.
is why eh, I never buy. I choose to watch it free online.
Eh, yeah,
Just
sometimes you got to be a
Google,
pirate.
Google,
Yeah, sometimes you
Google.
just got to be a pirate. You know. Yeah.
And, and I don't get the if you pirate, the people are not going to make money, then they like the people who made the movie have already been paid. So I don't think it will affect anybody. Plus the
Yeah.
profit margins are like crazy. So e- e- even if people do pirate, they do doesn't really affect it. And I think there was actually a study where piracy, like that actually has a positive effect. Like movies and games which were pirated actually made more money because people who pirated like the hypothesis is like people like pirate the movie, watch it, and if they like it a lot, then they go and watch it in the movie theater,
Yeah.
or
Better
maybe
copy.
buy it on a better copy on their.
Yeah, yeah. Because remember the when we had the pirated movie we watched and halfway you can see somebody walking, a shadow, somebody's head, and very bad sound system and everything. Yeah, pirated. Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
actually, I think piracy. I think especially when it comes to products like handbags, right? Yeah, I think um, I remember that one of my friend, I think he entrepreneur, I don't know whether I share with you or not. Yeah, he actually have a lunch or a meal with one of the co-owner or owner of is it LV or something whatever. Yeah, and it seems that they know that the about the counterfeit products and everything. Yeah, but they decided to to let it be, but they decided to own the places that sell these counterfeit products. Yeah. Mm-mm. Yeah, counterfeit LV products, so that the revenue will come to them or something. Yeah. Mm-mm. I
yeah,
think
like
so.
there
That's what I said.
there is also like this thing. There was a artificial, like not a art Windows became so popular because Microsoft itself was promoting its piracy. There was a office memo leak that Microsoft knew about the piracy problem. They yet they actively kind of promoted it, main because the more people use it, the more it becomes the standard for stuff.
Mm.
So they uh, so that is why like
Yeah,
the
I mean the
docx file is now kind of the standard for what do you call it, on like in documents or writing. But thanks to LibreOffice and mainly WPS Office, the Android version, that we are able to open doc files on without having Microsoft Word installed. Uh, yeah, so that's the thing. I think Adobe was also doing it for a similar
yeah,
reason, and now
Photoshop,
like
Adobe. Yeah. Last time
Adobe is kind.
last time Adobe is when it first came out, I remember long time ago, it's just a CD, just installed, and I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with it. Yeah, the Adobe. Now suddenly they start to become very 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 sketchy. All those paid subscription and everything. Yeah.
Yes, so
Imagine, imagine, in the world is subscription where where you have to pay subscription fees just to drink water, eat food, and everything. And if you don't, if you don't, you don't pay your subscription, the only water you can drink is tap water, and only food you can eat is what bean sprout or just uncooked rice or something, whatever. Yeah,
well, technically you do. It is called a tax.
yeah,
So if you stop, there is this joke like, yeah, like the first 18 years of your life is free trial, and after that you have to pay subscription to be alive in the country. It's called tax. If you don't pay, uh, yeah, you can't do anything.
yeah, and
You
the
are
tax will
just
go and the tax will always go up and up and up and up and up and up and up. Yeah. Even in Singapore, I think one day when this when this oil thing is settled and the price of oil start to goes down, I think the taxes and no, our oil price in Singapore will probably go down by 1 or 2%. Even though when the oil price go down all the way so low. Yeah,
like that's like yeah, inflation never goes down. Money
yeah.
prices it never go down. We
Somebody
have
some
been
somebody got to feed those politicians and everything. Yeah.
and the but the thing is, oil prices were going down, especially with the boom in like renewable energy. I
Mm,
think it already had a kind of a report that first time like wind and solar outpaced like regular fossil fuels for energy generation. So that's a good thing, and especially with the rise of EVs, like oil demand is decreasing. The only oil that is in demand is heavy crude, which is mainly from uh, Iran and Venezuela, because it is used for making not just fuel but other stuff, especially asphalt, which is required for making roads, as well as the heavy crude, like the higher chemicals are like essential for the chemical industries.
Yeah,
So
so
that's
don't
why,
forget don't forget the pharmaceutical also. Yeah, those are needed
yeah, like,
also.
yeah, pharmaceuticals not as much, but yeah, it's required there as well. And now, like, pharmaceutical companies are also kind of adapting and moving towards more biologics or biosimilar agents, mainly peptides. You might have heard about the boom in the peptide markets right now. Kind of, there are a lot of what do you call it, darknet websites, as well as, like, what do you call, private pharmacies that sell peptides. Yeah, like GLP-1 is an example, but it has been like a regulated one. But there are uh, thousands or maybe hundreds of unregulated ones which are being promoted, and they are selling it as like for laboratory testing, not for human consumption. And yeah, but they are also giving uh, like a footnote, like, yeah, if you are going to use it in humans, then you are supposed to use it in this dose. So, yeah, that's how things are working out. But yeah, so the thing is, yeah, oil demand was decreasing and is decreasing, especially like by 2030. Like, a lot of what's that? China is already working on nuclear projects, thorium reactors, and it had many of those reactors are going to come online in a couple of years, and that will like plummet energy demand from China. And if that happens, like, it will bring down global demand as well. So yeah, oil prices are not going to remain high, but they are kept artificially high. And I think I discussed this when Venezuela was taken over by the US. Uh, that the goal was not to take over the production of Venezuela. It was mainly to stop Venezuelan oil production. Why? Because excess supply brings down the price, and if price goes down, a lot of refineries in the US are won't be competitive, or won't be able to pay for themselves, and that could cause a kind of a death spiral. Yeah, so that's one thing. And I like, that is also going to be a chapter in my book, how everything is semi controlled by the oil industry, because like, it's a multi-trillion dollar industry. Everything is focused on oil. Everything, like, how slowly cars are getting bigger so that they consume more petrol, diesel, whatever. Uh, the focus towards road-based transport instead of public transport, as like trains, etc. Uh, there are also, like, there have been like, what you call, lobbying groups have already been caught trying to sabotage not only like public transport projects, but also green energy projects. Uh, and they are like, what you call, sabotaging alternative. energy projects as well. The biggest industry or use of oil, shipping industry, which uses the bottom of the barrel kind of oil. It's what is it called? It, it has but he- it's called heavy fuel oil, which is a euphemistic term again, just to make it sound cleaner than it is. But it is basically whatever cannot be, like, whatever after distillation of everything else, whatever is left. So it's like literally so, like its consistency is like tar, and, we have alternatives to it. One of them was hydrogen,
Mm.
which
Yeah.
again,
Is it
as well
hydrogen fuel or something
as
or
well,
fuel cell or whatever? Yeah.
not fuel cell, hydrogen engines, which are like basically using hydrogen gas instead of fuel oil. Also, there is ammonia, liquid ammonia, which is also kind of uh, equivalent. But yeah, of course, they have their drawbacks, but they are alternatives. Then there is also methanol, uh, which, like, again, I am going to try and promote in my book, because, like, it's one of the best like fuels. Like, there is this uh, currently we use ethanol to dilute our what you're called fuels, gasoline or petrol. There is like 10%, 20% mix, which is kind of detrimental to the engine, which is like, because ethanol is hygroscopic, which means it uh, uh, attracts water into the engine from air, so which damages the engine over time. So if your engine hasn't been rated for ethanol fuel, then it is kind of very dangerous for you. Methanol doesn't have that problem. The only problem it has is, yeah, it is corrosive to certain plastics as well as rubbers. Rubber, but hey, we already have, like, simple solution to is to use a different grade of plastic and rubber. Uh, Plus, methanol burns clean, means the soot that is, or what, carbon black that is released by methanol, or rather ethanol, doesn't, as well as gas, methanol doesn't have that problem. And we already know it works. Like, what they used methanol to run uh, World War II tanks, so it can do a lot of um, high high torque engine work, which many a times petrol or diesel cannot. That- And you can synthesize methanol from carbon dioxide itself, which is a bit more expensive, but you can synthesize it from, think you might have heard syngas, which is carbon monoxide and hydrogen, which is which can be made by burning domestic waste or municipal waste. which certain which so overall it is more what you call carbon neutral, or it might be even carbon negative in terms of things. So yeah. Oh, just a sec. Ah, Hex Future joined the chat. Good to see you. He's just posted watermelon.
Watermelon
I
juice.
Is he drinking watermelon juice, or has he posted the? I don't know whether I can do it here. I think the watermelon emoji was kind of scrubbed off YouTube. I don't know whether it is still. Let me see. Let me. Yeah, I think they removed. Oh no, it's there. Watermelon slice, but on YouTube the color is a bit different. It was supposed to be red, green, and black. You know which color those represent. So yes, I'm not going to say the words from the river because yeah, it is considered anti-symmetrical. But hey, uh, the link to join is in the chat if you want to join. Uh, uh, but hey, I've been yapping for 1 hour. Where were we? So yeah, I was talking about the goods of methanol. Other than that, how did we get there? So yeah, the oil industry has
Oil
sabotaged
industry.
so many things, uh, and yeah, we need to get away. So what else? By the way, I don't know whether I should show it. I did another kind of uh, what do you call it, impulse buy yesterday.
Impulse buying.
It's headphones. Uh, They were they are marketed as IEMs. I don't think they are Chinese earphones. I tried to use them, but to live stream, but somehow like getting the mic to work was not working. But the strange thing I realized later, the logo. Can you see this? Let me see if I can. So this is a very controversial logo uh, because it was, but it's a Chinese thing. I don't know they were aware of what they were printing. So, but that logo was kind of associated with Pizzagate. People, I don't know, people are old enough to remember Pizzagate.
Pizza Gate. I remember it, but I can't heard about it. Can't remember about Pizza Gate.
So basically, that there was this situation where a guy stormed into a pizza place with a gun because he believed it was a front for a human trafficking
Hmm.
again associated with QAnon and the MAGA.
Okay, I think I roughly can
Yeah,
recall it.
by the way, like I didn't even talk about the sw- reflecting full pool drama that has been going on. I'm like, I found it very funny, man. Like, why? So, like again, everything to uh, divert from the war as well as the Epstein files. Yeah, a lot of what do you call circus. Oops, sorry, I am getting hiccups. um, what was I talking about? Yeah, a lot of circus to cover, cover up all the war and Epstein files as well as there were other stuff that was kind of happening with who is that Cash Patel. He had some other controversies as well as Pete Hexen. But hey, everybody currently is distracted by the World Cup,
Yes.
and I don't blame anyone. Yeah, enjoy the escapism, but don't forget, don't never forget.
What would be like very interesting is the part where, in the end, the World Cup, Iran won the World Cup, and President Trump will have to give the cup to the Iranians. Uh,
Yeah,
I-
people, that is a fantasy. A lot, many people like. Let's face it, like not going to happen.
you never
Uh,
know. You never
Iran
know.
is a good team, but not going to happen.
Yeah,
Uh, I-
maybe,
Iran
but
versus US, I don't think that is even possible
nah,
now. But
US is out already. Yeah,
yeah,
but I mean
so
like the thought of Iran getting second, third, or something. It by itself is very very,
it's
yeah.
not possible. Like yeah, it's not possible. Just let's just be slightly realistic. Uh, Mexico, I maybe that would be nice. Like after all the demonizing of the Mexican people, I I I won't mind that. Like or even a South African country like would be kind of okay. Like befitting. Would like to see how Trump reacts to giving the World Cup to an African nation. But even like, but I think I am not uh, like up to date with the current state of how good the Brazilian team is. But hey, Brazil will always be my top favorite team, and maybe after that Portugal. That has a good chance. I think Ronaldo is still there, right? I- Cristiano Ronaldo is from Portugal, right?
Yes, correct.
Yes, correct. So that would be my second favorite. And I think, I don't know, it might be Cristiano Ronaldo's last World Cup. Is Cristiano Ronaldo even playing in the World Cup?
Yes, should be. I mean, yeah, I mean he should be playing because he attracts sponsors and views like nobody else. Yeah.
At Cristiano Ronaldo at 41 is confirmed to play his record sixth and final World Cup of for Portugal in 2026. So af yes, so maybe he has a chance of winning because won't it be like a perfect end to his World Cup career? So I If I were to bet on Poly Market, would bet on Portugal winning the World Cup, even though I don't know World Cup current standings how they are. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
standings. Let me see.
I, you know, I find it very weird because I used to really be a big fan of soccer previously, yeah. But as I become older, I feel that it just disappear.
Yeah, I, I said this like yeah, like soccer, or I still like to call it football, which is the right name for it, but it's like in India it's a seasonal sport because it's mainly played during monsoon season, which is kind of now, because you can play soccer in during the rains. You can't play cricket as efficiently as football. So yeah, that's one thing, and it's a special feeling to be playing football. I so see, Mexico is standing number one in Group A.
Hmm.
Switzerland, in Group B. Brazil, yes, it is a top in Group C. Uh, and in Group D, there is US. In Group E, there is Germany. In There is Netherlands. G, how many groups are there? Fuck. Belgium, Spain, France, Argentina, Messi. No, oh, Portugal is s- second with Colombia in first place. So I don't know. But hey, like the, there is a lot of things that happen. Like I think it's because it had a two draws. I think with Colombia and Congo. So it's kind of gaming the system. If I don't think they are actually doing that much of strategy. And there is also England. When was the last time England won the World Cup? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I can't
And
remember also.
there is, because they are at number one, there is I don't know whether it was, we discussed this, that there was a chance that US might play England on the 4th of July, but no, that's not the case. That would have been like, but I think England will face the US sometime,
You know what's
and
the
of
best
course,
place to predict? Sorry, you know what's the best place to predict who will fight and who will win? We go to Poly Market.
no, it's not the best place. Like if it, you see, most of the people who bet on Poly Market, like the numbers are out, most of like 90% people are losing money. That means their data is wrong. Only insiders are able to win, so that's the case.
But
Yeah. So
I think you know. But you know what? I think I won't be surprised if the next World Cup, right? Poly Market will be the sponsor.
yeah, I'm not. I won't be surprised either. Or like we already have like I just talked about in passing, like Facebook is going to start its own prediction market. So maybe Facebook might be like indirectly sponsoring it. And there is a lot of like debate regarding the sponsors because you know uh, what was the Levi's Stadium, because Levi's is not a official sponsor for FIFA. They kind of covered the whole every sign of in the Levi's Stadium because it's not a sponsor, official sponsor for FIFA. So Levi's used it in their own marketing, like the censored by. I hope you saw it. Might have. Anyways, I am. My throat is running dry. I am getting. I got the juice. You know what goes well with juice. There is
I
a
have no idea. And you talking about juice is Juice or the other juice?
no juice. Juice. And there is a Snoop Dogg song about it. It's called Gin and Juice. So I will be doing that or drinking that off screen, and I'm probably go, going to end this stream. Do you have any final thoughts you want to talk about?
I how do I say about final thoughts? I mean, the crypto market is a bit unsteady. Yeah, but I guess that it's good to get in a few of the tokens or markets that you need to, because I think sooner or later, if you be patient, everything will go up. Just have to be quite good in your selection, like I would say, lah. But no, not financial advice. I would say, yeah, and just I guess you just have to. I mean, watch your health, lah. Yeah, I mean, in this age, when you start to reach 40 years old, suddenly you find all your your limbs and everything start to break down for no reason. Yeah, so watch your health.
Yes, yes, yes. That is the most important thing. Uh, just take care of your health. Stay hydrated. What else do you have to say? Anyways, that's about it. Hopefully, I will be able to stream same time next week and see you guys then. Uh, Once again, thanks for joining, Ahmed. Was wonderful talking to you.
Yeah,
And
sure, sure, always, always.
uh, leave a like to those watching. Please leave a like or comment. Um, it means a lot to me just to know that hey, at least somebody is listening. Not everything is going to mean to waste rather. And yeah, if you have something to you want me to cover, you can do that as well. With that said, I am going to end this stream abruptly. Bye bye.
All right, take care.